the weekend? Yeah! That's what I like to hear. How many,
We actually do camp year-round, and unlike a lot of camps, everything that we do is our own guests. So we don't just rent the facility to the local businessman's club. You know, it really is everything we do. So at the beginning of the year, we've got weekends set aside for college-age people, and then 3 weekends in a row in the winter for fathers and sons. Really powerful times. 6-year-old sons on up to granddad and married dad, or married dad and then son, grandson. Married couples retreats, mother and daughter events. Those are all in the winter. As well as every weekend, churches will bring their youth groups, teen ministry teams, and they'll come and minister to the teens in this setting. So winter's actually a very busy season for us. Several thousand people come in the winter. Then spring, some smaller groups, a lot of preparation, because of course summer's our big season. So a lot of people coming along to help rake leaves and clean and get ready. As well as a men's weekend, another mother-daughter weekend, and then over Memorial Day, a family camp. Then the summer staff come, and for 2 weeks we train. And these are mostly college-age students coming for the summer. We train for 2 weeks, and then the green and white buses pull in with that first load of campers about the middle of June, and we do 10 weeks of week-long summer camp. The other blessing there is because of having a lake and 2 facilities, we can run at any given weekend 2 events. So like for instance in the winter when we're running a father-son event on one side, then the teens are on the other side enjoying the place as well. Fall sees us doing some father-daughter weekends, another married couples weekend, and that's beautiful because the RV park is open and you can bring the rig and come up and stay as a married couple. There's a grandparents weekend, which is powerful stuff. That's more and more I'm convinced that God is using those relationships between grandparents and grandchildren in some good ways. And then of course ladies retreats and men's retreats kind of rounds out our fall schedule. Then we go into maintenance season. Late November, December, that's when we do the projects. That's when we can take apart a building, put it back together, do some electrical or whatever is needed. So it is a year-round endeavor.
Well, the thing you've got is we've got 350 acres of property here. We probably have about 70 buildings altogether. So if you think about the honey-do list you have at home, and then you think about magnifying it on the buildings around camp, it never ends. You know, really the key is to keep into perspective the fact that this is ministry. You know, the reality is people will come to camp and their eternities will be changed. Camp is just a tool that we get to use, you know, to proclaim the gospel. And so you've got to make those connections because, you know, inevitably you're going to get a plate in the dish room that's going to be covered with lasagna that somebody didn't scrape, or you're going to get a bowl full of oatmeal. The reality is if you can make that transition of taking the physical work into the spiritual work of things, you've got to have that connection.
That's the first thing I said to God. Lord, I love you, I praise you, I bless you, I glorify your holy name, for you are God and there is none else. You are God and there is none other. You declare the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things which have not yet been done. You hold all your counsel stand, and you will do all your pleasure. Oh God, I love you, and I thank you for another day of life. Every day of my life, I thank God for another day.